What's up, Internet? nerdlocker.com here. We got video game news for you.
All right, so PSN is back up, not completely, it's not fully functional yet. The store comes back up at the end of the month. I think it's funny too. This is funnier though. Sony has lost $171 million in this whole fiasco. And Steven has way more news for us, so take it away.
Thank you, guys. So with Sony, they've been having, like they said, the $171 million issue with this, like it's costing them that much. And the way that's breaking down into it is, one, all the credit card information being stolen, all the lawsuits that are going to come from that, the time they lost with the PlayStation Store, the amount of money they're going to lose from having to reimburse people like, oh, here's some free games, here's the QWERTY service. All these different kind of things are going to cost them a lot of money. But then you also bring into the fact that publishers are pissed and they're going to have to try and woo them over, be like, hey, you still want to like us. And so it's gonna be a nightmare for them, even past bringing the store back up. But in news about the store being brought back up, they've got their Welcome Back program going on, which hasn't started yet because the PlayStation Store isn't back up. This week, they're going to be doing a chain of updates to bring kind of the store, or the whole network back into full running function. They just did one of the big updates today, and the store should be on about the end of the month, they're predicting. But when it comes back, they've got this Welcome Back program. You're going to get PlayStation Plus for a month free, which the best part about PlayStation Plus, in my opinion, is the fact that you're going to get the automatic updates. So you can set it like, oh, 2 a.m. every day, I want my system to update. It will turn on, update, turn back off. You don't have to deal with it. It won't interrupt with your gaming. It won't interrupt with anything, which is a beautiful idea. They're bringing in cloud saves, which I think they actually already brought that in, and so you're going to have that for a month. But a little warning, I'm not sure if this is true, but I've heard that it might be if you have a cloud save and then you stop doing PlayStation Plus, which after the month, if you're not going to pay for it, you might lose the save, so make sure to back it up if you do decide to use the cloud save during that time. But also, you're going to get QWERTY, their music service, for free for that month, which, let's be honest, not a lot of people are using it, but hey, at least it gives us a chance to try it out. But then you also get, they're giving out 2 free games for both PlayStation 3 users and PSP users, including Infamous, Little Big Planet, Wipeout, a bunch of actually really good games. A lot of people are disappointed because they're older games, but they're free games. And some of them I haven't picked up yet, so I'm like, hey, that's awesome. And Infamous is one of their best titles, but if you notice, they're all Sony titles, which is probably why they are older titles, is because of the fact they've got to do ones that they have the rights to, so it won't cost them any money. And now some positive news about Sony. They've come out with this new thing they're going to start doing, which is they're going to take PlayStation portable games, turn them HD, and release them on the PlayStation 3. They're starting out with Monster Hunter Tri portable, which is a giant phenomenon in Japan. We don't really know if Monster Hunter Tri will be brought to America. We know they are going to bring some PSP games to America once it gets more developed. A lot of people in America, though, are hoping so, because the main issue that Americans had with Monster Hunter Tri was to be able to do the online, which is what Monster Hunter is. It's an online game it's an MMO that's not an MMO, and it had such a developed world that worked perfectly with multiplayer, the support between characters, but you had to be next to them because it didn't have wireless. It had the weird service where you had to be in a certain radius of them, which it's perfect for Japan because it's such a small location, so many people on buses, so many people meet up to do those kind of things. But in America, that doesn't happen as much. So if they do bring it to the PS3, they would have to make it wireless because you can't really do online close proximity with a PS3. So it'd be perfect for American users because of the fact that you've now got this amazing game with the wireless service that they've been wanting. How perfect is that? And then you've also got it HD, and I just can't wait to see what other games they bring out because there are a lot of really good PSP games that people they went over their heads because PSP didn't sell as well here. And think if they came out for the PS3, higher definition, I mean, this is gonna be awesome. I mean, it's all positive as long as they bring it to America. So I mean, A+ on Sony's part because these are some great games that more people need to see.
All right, that was a lot of Sony news. Thank you, Steven.
All right, now, the only thing I'm more excited for than the Dark Knight Rises movie is the Batman Arkham City video game. They just said that Penguin will actually be a villain you face off against.
That's fantastic.
In the video game. God, it's everything about this game that keeps coming out. I'm so happy for.
Nothing is cooler than having the Penguin order a hit out on Batman.
And I guess that's what he's going to do. Is his first thing is his henchmen are going to kill or sent out to kill Batman. And I have to say, I played Arkham Asylum so many times.
Yeah.
It's my favorite game. It's incredible. It's awesome. And I'm so excited for this sequel. and I really think it's going to outdo it. I love that they're adding more villains. I love that you got the whole city now, and just any news that comes of this is just awesome. Yeah, I love it.
All right, so APB's Reloaded Beta is out, and Steven's got the scoop for us.
So with APB Reloaded, APB when it first came out, let me start with that, is the fact that when it first came out, it didn't do well. It had this great idea of a cops and robbers type of system where you're creating these characters, amazing character development. You could design a tattoo and then size it up, place it on your character. I mean, beautiful customization. It had such an amazing plot idea, but in practice, it just didn't work. It was a very glitchy server. The in-game advertising was to the point of being obnoxious, where in between loadings you had it spouting in your ear unless you paid monthly. It didn't work, and so it got canceled like that, like so fast that it went right over people's heads, even though they were expecting it. It got canceled so fast. New company picked it up, and now they're making it a free-to-play game, which, great idea in the fact because it was such a greatly developed game, great system already developed that just needed to be refined, and now you're able to do it for free. But at the same time, with a game like that, if they're going to do it for free, they're really going to have to cut down the graphic style, the customization, because the servers aren't going to be able to handle that without actual money coming in for it. And with free-to-play, you can't be expecting money to come in. You have to be more hoping money will come in and set up a system so people will. So my main questions and concerns there: how are the graphics going to look after this? How's the customization going to be? Because that was the main strong point of APB. Second thing is, how are they going to get people to buy stuff? Are you going to charge for extra customization? Are you going to charge for guns and weapons? Are you going to charge for extra areas? I mean, they could do a Lord of the Rings style, which has actually made them a ridiculous amount of money, more than what they were doing before, where for the first 30 levels it's free, and then after that, it's as if you were buying the game. And so it's more just doing an expansion pack. You can pay monthly as if you were doing it, but it's like, hey, you can pretty much do the whole bulk of the game. It's just the end game content, so if you're still enjoying it, keep going, which is a great idea, but will they do that is the question. So still in speculation of what's going to happen, but I'm excited to see how it develops.
All right, so I had to sit through this stupid basketball game to finally see the trailer for Modern Warfare 3.
It's so awesome.
It looked awesome.
Oh my God.
But I can safely say there's not one person on this planet more excited for that game than Cubby. And so we're going to throw this to him with more information.
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. Finally, our trailer, our reveal, our gameplay. France, Germany, America, England. Oh, so excited. Cannot wait for this game. Last week we reported that there was a leak. Kotaku.com was a website. They released a bunch of information, and this could have really harmed Activision, the whole Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare franchise at least. But really, they kind of did some awesome damage control and gave the information that they had out. I guess those 4 teaser trailers, the America, England, and Germany and France ones, were already ready, and they were going to send them out. They were going to just kind of surprise people with it, and same with the trailer at the Western Conference Finals. But it worked out for all of us, and it worked out for them, and hey, we got another Call of Duty on our way. Hopefully we get a multiplayer trailer soon. It looks like there's going to be a lot of great kill streaks that might be incorporated. The buildings collapsing, the building destruction, that looks amazing. Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
All right, we have a ton of Microsoft news, but Steven's the guy with all the information, so we're throwing it to him.
E3's coming up, and of course, Microsoft's got some big events planned. Coolest thing though is it's going to be played live on Spike TV, which hasn't happened before. I don't know if this is going to be a long-term contract where every year it happens, or Spike TV is just trying to catch on the recent hype of Xbox and Kinect and everything like that. Especially since Microsoft has just announced they're going to be releasing 10 Kinect games for the hardcore audience, which is going to make the Kinect fans really happy, because for a while it was like, okay, yeah, we've got Dance Central, that's a really great game. And then nothing else, other than these kiddie games which seem more like a Wii Start title than anything else. And so while they were a lot of fun, it wasn't going to keep it going. It's not something to really justify the purchase. But 10 hardcore games, that's great news, instead of just being, oh, hey, you get an add-on to your game that you already purchased, which you're probably not going to use. So, Kinect fans, be happy. This is some great news for you guys. Also, about Xbox 360, there was a recent update which included PayPal support. It's not a big update, but it's still a nice little addition for anybody who has a PayPal account, because, I mean, now if you're selling stuff on eBay, got money in your PayPal account, hey, let's buy a game on Xbox. If you're going to do that, check out their indie titles. They have an amazing selection that, I mean, I'm a Sony fanboy, and it beats Sony's, without a doubt. Make sure to check it out. There are a lot of cheap games that deserve the attention. Talking about Xbox 360, if you don't have one, and you're also in the market to get a computer, I would highly recommend picking up Microsoft with Windows 7, because if you get one that's over $700, desktop, laptop, not even bought from Microsoft Store, doesn't matter, you get an Xbox 360 for free.
Okay, so we started with Sony news, and we're gonna end with Sony news, and Bobby's got it.
In more Sony news and even Android news, Sony's putting out the Xperia, which is its first PlayStation phone, and it's running Android, which is great. It also has great graphics, great gameplay. I've seen it, it is amazing, and the button configuration is really awesome too. It's got a $400 price tag without a contract, which sucks, but we're all used to that. It's coming out May 26th, so get your wallets out and get ready for the PlayStation phone, Sony Xperia.
All right, that is it on video game news this week, but be sure to check next week for another update.